5280 Sports Network, Nate Lundy, Shawn Trotar, your morning minute on a Monday. Shawn, I believe it was the year 2013, the last time the Broncos played.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Well, the Broncos are coming off the last time they played, and everyone's looking at this point going, oh my gosh, they've lost their last two. That's true. Feels like a month ago. But remember, they lost those last two. First one was minus their quarterback. Second one, minus their coach. And they happened in the span of 5 days. So it's important not to panic. That said, Brock Osweiler, the Texans come into town. No J.J. Watt. Broncos are at home. They lose this one. People start losing their minds.
And if you watch the point spread in Vegas, it opened at 7. It's gone up to 8.5. That means everybody's throwing money on Denver. So we'll keep an eye on how the spread fluctuates between now and kickoff. It could keep going up because apparently nobody believes in Houston, despite the fact that both of these teams are sitting at 4-2. I don't believe in Houston either. I'm one of those people. But at the same time, when you watch that spread keep moving, that's one of your indicators of how everybody's vibe is and where the money is flowing in Nevada. Shawn, we talked about this morning on the radio show, Devontae Booker and his involvement in the running game. We talked about it a little bit last week. I said I think he's got 14 touches coming to him tonight, maybe more if he winds up with a hot hand. Maybe a couple of those are catches. They need to break things up. They've got to make it a little bit different on offense to hopefully then free up things for the receivers as well.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. 14 touches, and I would say potentially over, not less. I think 14 is probably the minimum of where they want to go. And I think Garrett Kubiak's made it clear that he's willing to go with the hot hand. So if Booker, when he gets his carries, is doing very well, I think that the Broncos will probably go with it. And I don't think this is a bad thing. Remember, everyone's treating C.J. Anderson as if he's Barry Sanders. He's some bell cow back that's had hundreds and hundreds of carries every single year. He's not. He's been a guy that over the entire course of his career with the Broncos, he has split time, split carries, stays fresh. And I think it might be possible that at this point in C.J. Anderson's career, we kind of know who he is, and he's one of those guys that maybe he needs 15 to 20 touches absolute max to stay at his best. I'm not sure that the Broncos are doing something because they're disappointed with C.J. Anderson. I think they're doing this because they may make C.J. Anderson better.
Prediction for tonight, when he's running to the left side, is he behind Russell Okung?
I certainly hope so. I don't know. My MD came in the mail order, so it's not really, it doesn't actually count.
Two players listed as questionable, Cody Latimer and Russell Okung, both of them with a concussion. We know DeMarcus Ware is ruled out. Everybody else is ready to rock for the Broncos in their rosters tonight. Thoughts on a final?
I think the Broncos get this. What did you say the spread was? 8.5?
8.5.
I don't think they win it by 8.5, though. I just don't see the Broncos offense rounding into form just yet. I think it's a bit of a process, but I do think that the Broncos defense is going to absolutely stymie Brock Osweiler. I think they know all his tricks. I know everything he's going to do. And I think a few teams have actually started to take Brock apart piece by piece and understand how he functions. So I do expect Denver's defense to look a lot better than they looked in the last couple games and make sure they get themselves a couple turnovers, putting the offense in easy positions to score, presuming Brandon McManus doesn't look like the kickers we saw on Sunday Night Football.
Well, the kickers that we saw all weekend, for that matter. As we get ready for the game, it feels like a touchdown game to me, but I will say this. If the defense can force the turnovers and then actually turn it into the pick six or the fumble recovery, I could easily see it turning into double digits, but it feels like right around a touchdown to me. I think the Broncos get it done. They do not lose 3 in a row, and then obviously they've got 2 home games in a row here, as San Diego will be here this upcoming Sunday. Again, a shortened week. Not a short week without the Thursday, but at least a shortened week overall. Enjoy the Monday Night Football game tonight, folks. Remember, we said this on the show this morning, by the way. If you work downtown, get out of the office at like 2 because you know traffic's going to be terrible. If you're going to the game, save yourself the headache and use the light rail or a pedicab. I don't care. You could be coming from Castle Rock. Take a pedicab. Leave now, and you'll get there in plenty of time. Ryan Green behind the camera there for us producing, always making us look good for the morning minutes. You find him at 5280sportsnetwork.com, also milehighsports.com, and we'll be back to recap the game with you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, FM 1047. For Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.